Over in Pool A, Scotland needed a convincing win over Russia to give themselves a better chance of advancing to the final 8, while the Russian Bears were still searching for that all-important first win at a World Cup.
Set.
George Horn to feed the scrimmage. Good from Scotland, doesn't move much. Ryan Wilson to Horn. Adam Hastings, little dummy, little go. First try! Just what Scotland need. Within the first quarter of an hour, try number 1. They need 4 for the bonus point.
It was all down to Adam Hastings. We mentioned the movement of the ball. You can see the players working hard. Duncan Taylor coming short, and then Adam Hastings sensing the space ahead of him and ghosting through it, throwing the dummy, getting inside Sozanov and over through Gerasimov's tackle for Scotland's first try.
But really nice scrum.
Russia with a chance to break out. Gadjev to Davidov. Ostroushko outside him. It's a knock-on advantage. Scotland back in possession. This game characterised already by a whole series of episodes in open play. Adam Hastings beats Gadjev. Artemyev misses it. Hastings in for his second try. And his personal tally goes up to 12 already.
Scotland did really well to keep this ball in play, and Adam Hastings goes right first, then he comes left. This is after a long piece of play, and it's great recognition of the space in behind. It becomes a foot race between Hastings and Gadjev. Hastings wins it. Artemyev looks like he's going to win the second foot race. He overruns the ball, and Hastings dots down for his second try.
Vasily Artemyev just loses his footing 3-4 times. Adam Hastings pounces for Scotland's second try. Quickly delivered from Evgeny Elgin, but has the try been awarded? It has.
He's not offside. He's nowhere near being offside.
George Horn,
He's nowhere near being
he
offside.
breaks the Adam Hastings monopoly.
It's just a pass.
Wayne Barnes explains to Stanislav Selski what happens here.
Yeah, that looks like a try wonderfully taken by George Horn, but it looks like it's part of the hours spent in analysis of the players and coaches looking ahead. The throw was to the front of the line out, the pass was going to be long, and George Horn was just perched at the back of the line out in his defensive position, not in the channel, no, not towards the 5-metre channel, off the tail, so you could just see that pass all the way and dot down.
Gerasimov regathered. Darcy Graham, advantage over. Chance for Scotland to counter through their flying winger, Darcy Graham. One of the great sights of European rugby. This must be the bonus point try. Handed on to George Horn. Scotland's 4th try. Scotland's bonus point. Scotland's passage into the last 8.
Well, this is all about Darcy Graham. He looks up and he sees 3 forwards ahead of him. He scans, he thinks about kicking, he says, no, I'm going to take this on. He gets inside, Gototsev, and then he just keeps the pace on. He goes past Geisen, and does exactly the right thing as Davidov's the last defender. He uses his support, and George Horn gets his second, and Scotland's 4th, and it's a bonus point try.
Here we come.
Ryan Wilson sets it up.
Once, don't break away. Stay on the same north, same man in there.
And they reset and start all over again. George Turner is going to score. 5 tries for Scotland.
It was a long maul. It took a long time for the momentum to fully build, and when it did build, they got in behind Russia, and then George Turner, the awareness that when he did break off the maul, it was break towards space.
Hastings starting to go through the gaps, which promptly shut on him.
Not now, not now. Originally legal. Okay, just be careful.
Scott Cummings waits, is missed. Ryan Wilson, Kinghorn, another boot. Tommy Seymour, one wing involved already. Seymour, that's a fine finish by Tommy Seymour. Darcy Graham on the left had his moments. Tommy Seymour on the right has his now.
It's a big moment for Tommy Seymour, isn't it? Tommy Seymour is clearly onside. He does this wonderfully well to finish, doesn't he? To get himself up in the air, gather the ball and dot it down before the line. Yeah, it just pops up here, doesn't it? Eyes on the ball for Tommy Seymour, wishing and hoping that it's just going to sit up nicely. It does.
Good contact, but a knock on.
George Horn comes away with it. Good pass out to brother Peter. Could be another one for Scotland. The run-in for George Horn. Hat-trick for the scrum half.
George Horn, a wonderful pass there to his older brother Peter, who accelerates up the left wing. And then look at George Horn working really hard to stay with Henry Pyrgos. Henry Pyrgos this time delivers a scoring pass. And Horn, after being involved at the very start, has the pace to get outside and away from Artemiev and score his hat-trick try in the corner.
Toulis for Scotland. Hastings on. John Barclay is in the clear. Duncan Taylor with him. Barclay sells a little dummy. John Barclay, the veteran. And look how tired he is, but delighted at the same time.
Yeah, Barclay gets on the score sheet. John Barclay finishing off from 25 metres of show and go. There's a dummy from John Barclay. And again, it's just incessant pressure from Scotland. And he scores under the posts.
Use it.
Henry Pyrgos. Now Hastings has it. Duncan Taylor. Out to Blair Kinghorn. Kinghorn finds Taylor. Taylor to Peter Horn. Back to Taylor. Hastings, long. Stuart McAnally on the outside. Surge for the corner.
Stuart McAnally just holds his width, has to deal with a bubbling ball, and then gets his acceleration, gets his eyes on the line. His determination, drives through the tackle, just gets it down.
So Scotland run riot, winning 61-0, and with it, a vital bonus point. Pool A is now poised for a blockbuster finish between Scotland and Japan.